Okay, guys, I want to address something. All season, I've got people that came to me, asked me questions about this. I've seen 2 videos in the last week about this. I'm glad the videos went up because it brings it out. It's very, very, very important. These 2 people did an excellent job on their videos and everything like that. Now, with breeding and keeping reptiles and ball pythons for over 35 years, there's something I want to discuss with you. This here is my female Mojave. She's in her pre-lay shed now. She should be dropping her eggs soon. I will dropping her skin and then going into dropping some eggs soon. But here's what I want to discuss. Egg binding. Now, with doing this for 35 years, I have noticed when you got a female that lays eggs and she'll lay like 3 eggs and there's still 2 stuck in her or something like that, rule number 1, don't panic. Alright, do not panic. It's nothing to panic about, just don't panic. Alright, if she doesn't lay them all within a day, them eggs are going to be no good anymore anyway that are inside of her, so there's no point in trying to force them out or get them out or anything, because once they're in there past 24 hours inside of her, even after sometimes, 9-10 hours of them being in there and not coming out, they're no good. So here's your point. Take the eggs from her that she's already laid. Number 1. Number 2, leave her be. Don't panic. Don't rush into the thing, to a vet or anything. Just relax. Okay? Now, they've used Pitocin to give them, I think that's what it's called, to try to give them, shots to put them in labor. But that's still stressing the animal out. Now, years ago, I took one to the vet, and even the vet at University of Pennsylvania even said to me, number 1, keep them out of stress. Number 2, them eggs will come out. All right, it's been first-hand experience, they'll come out. I had one that held on to eggs for well over 6 months after she dropped the initial clutch, and then eventually they come out. What happens is the egg, they do shrink a little bit. Okay, they kind of get like a slimy coat on them, and they'll pop right out. Eventually they'll come out. First thing to do is get routine back. Start feeding her, get her back into her routine, the eggs will come back. Do not panic. Don't be trying to force them out, because when you try to force them out, you cause an animal. Don't try to palpate them out, nothing. Just leave it be. They will come out on their own, especially the ones that are high up. If you got one that's right at the vent and you could see it, sticking out, and it's like right there and it can't come out, you might want to palpate that one out, okay? Well, they did work together. If it's right at you got the cloaca and it's right there and you push on it, you can see it stick out a little bit, you might want to palpate that one out. If that one doesn't come out, you might want to aspirate it to get it out or something. But as for the ones that are high up, leave them be.
We know what they can do.
Leave them be. 9 chances out of 10, that egg is coming out. I have discussed this with other big breeders, and they even said they've had some hold eggs for almost an entire year before they dropped it, after they did their initial clutch, held them for almost a year, and then deposited the rest of them. Nothing to panic about. Trust me, in the wild, this happens all the time, and you're not seeing dead snakes lay all over the place in the wild. No. What you're seeing is the animal will eventually drop the eggs sooner or later. Okay? Make sure they just get plenty of water, and you start getting them back on feeding. Once they start feeding, eventually it'll start moving its way around, and they'll come out. You force that egg out of there, guarantee it, you're causing stress, and you're going to maybe even will end up hurting the snake. And if you start messing with it and it breaks inside of her, then you're asking for a lot of trouble. Now, when these eggs have come out, like the ones that I had that came out 6 months later, I've cut them in half to see what they look like. There was a little blood spot inside the egg, like it had started to form an embryo. Then it died right away, like there was veins in it. But it was like a hard-boiled egg. You know how it's white? That's exactly what he had. That soft shell on the outside, and it was white on the inside, like a hard-boiled egg. So, trust me, nature takes care of itself. It's very important to let nature do its thing. 9 chances out of 10, your snake is going to drop the eggs with 0 issues. This is very important. All season, I'm not talking about like Aldo's video or Brian Cusco's video in particular. No. I'm just glad them two put it out so other people could see them as things that they've done and things that they, talking about things they should and should not do. What I have noticed is I've been getting a lot of text messages and things like that about eggs that have been stuck and what they should do and all this stuff. At this time of year when they're breeding, when they're getting ready to lay eggs, they need lots of water. Some people take their egg water away from them. Why, I don't know. But here, I'm just telling you, leave them be. Guarantee you, I can almost 100% guarantee you, that snake will drop the eggs and everything will be fine. All right, so don't go panicking. With ball pythons and Burmese pythons and the bigger pythons and stuff like that, they're going to come out. The eggs are in there, they're going to come out. It's just a matter of when. See, what happens is when they're trying to push them out, they could twist in their oviducts, and the eggs get stuck, and then people push, and it gets that twist tighter and tighter and tighter. Then it'll stop. What you need to do is let it relax. I'm sure there's swelling going on in there. You gotta let the snake relax and everything.
You are sure.
And once they relax, I am sure that once the snake relaxes, the eggs will go. The swelling will go down, the twisting will come on down. Snake will be moving around in there, eating and drinking. And one day you're gonna go in there, and it's just gonna be laying in there, and that's what happens. I'm sure if you look it up on even Facebook or anything, you'll see people that are like 9 months later, 10 months later, they didn't even know that the snake had eggs in it, had eggs out that were no good like that were all same thing I'm talking about. So just be patient, relax, do not panic.
Don't mess with Will.
Do not panic. Just relax, stay calm. Unless the snake is in total 100% distress. Which, after having eggs, it might seem that it's in distress and it moves around a lot and looks like it's a little stressed out. No, you put it away, you wait a few days, let the snake calm down and relax, and then eggs will come out. Trust me. Okay? I think this is a very important video to get out there. And I'm just putting the information out there. Okay? I hope this helps somebody. One of my favorites, my cinnamon lesser leopard. She's got blood in there from when she ate. But she is stunning. Hold on, let me look at another one here. Here's my granite yellow belly.
You have to send him a message.
Hold on. Pastel yellow belly. I cannot wait to tear it pie.
I already knew
breed this one to the other one over there. Alright, hold on. The albino boy I just picked up. He's looking really good. Really, really, really good. I'm pleased with him. I got some projects for him coming up next season that maybe even before this season's over, depending upon if I can get him to get him up to size and produce the sperm plugs. I got a few things I got that I want to put him to. Sugar Spider. Looking beautiful. Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell somebody about the channel. Help someone out in need if you can help someone out in need. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that advice helps somebody. And please, please, like, comment, share, and subscribe.